Jeg står lige nu med en David Rutter fra FIFA 12-teamet, som er mere nedtrykkende end nogensinde set ham før. David, normally when we meet and talk, you're happy and playful and not so playful now.
No, I just lost my unbeaten record against professional football players just now, literally.
So the game isn't out and your unbeaten streak is done?
Yeah, against professional footballers on all versions of FIFA that I have ever played a professional footballer at, I have never lost, and I just lost.
Who is the person you lost to?
Mats Hummels, and he's actually very, very good. Very good.
Okay, let's talk about FIFA 12. I think that's the best. Not more of that match. In the game, you've been focusing so much on the player's movement. How about the balls? Because I've been thinking, if you choose the Jabulani ball, you know how that works when in the air and floating wise. Will that ever be implemented in the game?
So it's not really been a priority for us to do specific ball physics. Weather affects the ball physics, but I think the bigger changes people will notice with balls this year are less about the balls themselves and more about the positioning of the players. So we've done a lot of work on kind of positional urgency on the players. So on certain balls at the right time, you'll have players will actually take a step into the ball to volley and do proper diving headers now. So lots of those really nice heavy connections with the ball at the right time. So we have those a lot more this year.
The demo is out soon. What teams will be featured in the demo?
So I can't quite remember. I think it's Arsenal, Man City, Olympique Marseille. I can't quite remember the other 2 or 3. So there's 6 teams, I believe, to choose from.
Sky Sports robbed us of Andy Gray, seeing as he got fired. But he's not in the game either. Why couldn't we have him here? We miss him.
So we are obviously, we try as hard as we can to be as authentic as possible, and we wanted to have a working commentator in the game, obviously. So we are keen to ensure that happens, which is obviously why we've got new commentators this year.
We've done interviews with you every year about every game. We ask you the same question every time. Will we now finally get to see Peter Schmeichel or Michael Laudrup in one of the classic teams, please?
It's a great thing. At this point, no, we're not adding any kind of legendary players. That said, we've got our creation centre on the web. You could go there and create your own if you wanted to. Indeed, we've had a lot of kind of famous historical football players created on our creation centre. So maybe go look him up. There may already be a couple of those guys available for download.
Cool. When you play the game, there's always a lot of focus on what happens on the pitch, and in the previous games, not so much focus on what happens on stadium with the fans and how they react. When will we see the lights and flares and all that good stuff? I know it's kind of considered as hooliganism in some parts, but we love it.
Indeed, and that kind of atmosphere and the bravado of the sport is something we wanted to do some work on this year. So we have done some minor updates to our crowd. We've put more dressing, flags and things like that into the crowd. We fully support FIFA and the way it kind of tries to ensure safety for the fans in the stadia, so we don't actually have any of those things in the game.
When will people be able to play the demo, and when will the game be out?
So the demo is out on the 13th, I believe, and the game, depending on where you are in the world, it's give or take a few days, but the 29th of September, I believe, in Denmark.